do we take the things that we do every day for someone else's business as an employee, making someone else rich, improving someone else's business, and we apply those same learnings, those same techniques to our lives? I'm Mike Hill, and this is The Innovative Lifestyle, where we talk about all things innovation and continual improvement, and how can we apply them to make our lives better, to live the lives of our dreams. Welcome. What's up, innovators? Mike Hill here, and today's episode of The Innovative Lifestyle, one close and personal to me because it's kind of the origin story. It is my story. This is The Innovative Lifestyle has been something I've been doing for a few years now. Slowly, off and on, not nearly as consistent as I would like, looking to do a lot more consistency. And that's part of my story, is how I am able to do it more consistently going forward. But today's episode, even with the experience I have, definitely nerve-wracking because it's my story. It's my vulnerability being put out there. So that being said, let's talk about how the Innovative Lifestyle got started and its principles and what I look forward to it being going forward. All right. So for those that don't know me, I am Mike Hill and creator of the Innovative Lifestyle. And what the Innovative Lifestyle is it's about taking business practices, best practices, engineering practices, continual improvement practices, and applying them to our day-to-day lives to improve our lives and live the lives of our dreams, right? And so what does all that mean? Well, my background is in product development and engineering and manufacturing. And so to me, it makes perfect sense, but to the listener and the layperson, it's probably quite convoluted. So for me, it's, innovation is a new way, process, or approach to something. And so a few years ago, I remember distinctly an event that I had, and I'm not going to share too much detail with this, but I actually ended up getting into it with some family members, and that was about the trajectory of my life at the time. I was pushing 350 pounds, maybe over 350 pounds. The scale read ERR. Was the reading on it. So with the 350 pound scale, I'm assuming that's where I was at. I don't want to give myself more than I had. So scales ERR, and the reason being is I was working my ass off, working just insane amount of hours, with zero thanks, zero appreciation, quite a bit of pressure. The company I was working for at the time was third or fourth company in a string of employment periods. Now I'm not talking like, hey, 6 months here, 6 months. No. I spent several years, 3, 4, 5 years, each of these organizations jumping. So I spent almost a decade, basically, a decade jumping from one executive position to another executive position, and just finding out that a lot of bosses are the same. They're assholes, or they're narcissists, or they're power hungry, or they're really they care a lot more about themselves and the way that they look than they do you and the way that you look. And that's just the truth. It's not to knock anybody. It's not to put anyone down. It's just the reality we live in. The incentive basis for most organizations and most businesses are aligned to make you that way. And I have been in executive roles where I was that way. I was an ass. I will admit it. There's no reason to deny it. That's just, like I said, that's how our incentives are set, especially in business, where shareholders' importance is a lot more than employee importance, right? And that's, one of the things that I hope to correct with the Innovative Lifestyle is teaching people you don't need to tolerate it. Don't tolerate it, in fact, and how to break that chain or avoid or break that mentality or avoid that mentality, and overcome it and be the best person, best employee, best life possible, whether you stay employed or whether you pursue entrepreneurship. The innovative lifestyle is here to support you and show you that. Anyways, so working for a horror employee, overworked constantly. You walk in, and I tell people, right, it's like getting kicked in the nuts every single day. And it just hurt. And you're constantly fighting, pushing against the wall, and you're making improvements, right? Every day you're making improvements, and that's the premise behind a successful business. Or if you really want to turn a business around, which is what I've had great success doing, is turning businesses around. And why I, could still today go jump and get into another business, another executive position. Actually, I am employed right now, because I have the ability to look at things from a continual improvement and innovative lens. And so, when you look at innovation and continual improvement, what it is there's small incremental steps that you do every day that really makes the difference, right? You're not gonna, you can't do, especially in a business that has such an ingrained culture. Most businesses have very ingrained cultures. You can't just change everything right away, right? You can make some major changes, but really the bigger the change, the harder it is that the employees adapt, and so it doesn't stick, or it's fought against, or there's all sorts of other issues, which is where we were at in this position. So overweight, horrible working position, and I was taking it out on my family, right? I was yelling at my kids constantly. They didn't do nothing wrong. They were being kids, and I didn't know that, didn't accept that, and wasn't mature enough to realize that. And so and so I had another family member that I just blew up at one day, and that's when I realized this ain't working. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to continue this. This is a lifestyle that I am not happy with, and I'm not going to subject myself or my kids to it any longer. So really good friend of mine, very close friend of mine. And we got a lot closer over the last few years. I reached out to him and said, brother, I need help. I don't know what that looks like. I know that you do coaching, and I want what you have, right? I need help. I don't know what it is. I don't care what it is. Things need to change. And so reached out to him. He said, come, I've got an event coming up this day here. Show up to it. I went, I listened. I don't know that I heard a damn thing. But I knew that whatever he was selling that day, I was buying, and I did. I bought his coaching program, and met with him one day, one-on-one, and said, I need to start my own business and be completely independent, and that's what I want to do, and I want to fix my relationship with my wife and my kids, and he goes, no, start here, write out exactly what you want, write out your vision. And I did, and we reviewed it. And again, my vision was, I want to take care of my kids, and I want to, I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to start my own engineering business and do this. And I wanted to lose weight. I wrote, I want to be a bodybuilder, and that's the physique that I wanted. And he goes, dude, you're not going to just automatically be a better person and improve your relationship with your wife, and you're not just going to immediately jump into running your own business, but what you can do, what you can control, is what you eat and how often you work out. So let's start there. Let's focus on that, and we'll worry about all the other stuff. And so I completely take, no, this isn't what I want. I really want my business stuff. I want to focus on the business stuff. More money will make me happy, right? More money is what's going to satisfy me. It's going to take the stress away. I won't have to worry about working for this knucklehead anymore. I won't got to worry about being stressed anymore. And if I just had more money, and I was, and I was wrong, right? I listened to him, right? I'm paying him. I might as well listen to him. And we started focusing on my health and working out. And I will say that that was financially the best decision I ever made. Because in doing so, and this is where a great coach can really help. In doing so, I learned things that got me all those other things that I wanted, right? And focusing on my health, I learned that you have to create daily habits, right? You have to do continual improvement. It's not all or nothing, right? You don't just drop 100+ pounds overnight. You have to continually improve. And so I created this vision, wanted this bodybuilder physique. I want this entrepreneurship life, and I want this, and I want a great relationship where I travel and make memories with my family. And that was my vision. And I started by focusing on my weight. And what I learned is it starts with daily habits, right? So I created this vision and I created a plan. I'm going to exercise this many days. I'm going to eat this many calories. And I'm going to, I'm going to drink more water, and I set a goal. I'm going to compete in a bodybuilding competition. In 1 year. Actually, that goal was kind of set for me. I was challenged by my mastermind group and my coach. You said this is what you're going to do. This is what's in your vision. Go do it. So in 1 year, I was to go from 350 pounds to a bodybuilding competition. Are you kidding me? And so I created this vision. I created the plan. And then it just became, I got to do it every day, every day, every day, every day. And then you got to assess your progress, right? The last part of it is, you can only manage what you measure, right? And that's the other great thing about weight loss, right? It's easy to measure. You get on the damn scale and that's it. And the scale don't lie. So no matter what people say, the scale doesn't lie. So I got on the scale, and I would get on the scale and get on the scale and measure, and adjust my habits and change my habits and move forward and push forward. And in that 1 year time, and learning that process of creating a vision, creating a plan, executing on it daily, and assessing my progress, I learned, hey, wait a minute, that's a pretty simple process. And that's a process. And I'm an engineer and an innovator and a manufacturer. I know process. So that's where the innovative lifestyle started to brew in my head, and said, wait a minute, if I could create this lifestyle, if I could take this process, the same process that I've used to develop over 200 products, that I've used in countless manufacturing facilities, that I've used for 20 years, to change my life. Is that true? Can I really do that? So I did it again in that 1 year time. Same thing, right? I had my vision written. I had the vision that I wanted for my business already there. So now it was create a plan and then execute on it daily, and then assess my progress. And shit, lo and behold, the same success I was having in my physical being, changing my physical being, started happening in my business. All of a sudden, I got fired and started my own business. Holy crap! And then not only did I start my own business in this year, I sold my business and merged it, because I didn't just want to own one business, right? I want to be big, right? I wanted to own multiple businesses. I merged my business with multiple other businesses. And so now I've got multiple businesses that I have and I own. And I've got a body that's changing. And you know what? I'm learning to take care of myself. I'm learning to take care of my business. And all of a sudden I can take care of my family also, right? Because I wrote in my vision, I want a family that we travel, make memories together. And because I had control of my life, I had control of my freedom. We've gone to Disney twice this year, and we've done countless other trips. We've gone to the beach multiple times. And by the way, we live in the Midwest, there's no beaches close. So there's this process, and it's a continual improvement process, and it's the innovative lifestyle that I'm talking about. This is the origin. This is how it started. And so, you know, as I continue to share hacks that I've learned over the last several years now, because we've been going on this several years, and this journey and learning every day. One of the biggest things that I've learned is personal development is kind of a linchpin. And so I continue to get better every day. I continue to learn stuff every day. I continue to work out every day. I continue to eat right every day, because these are my habits that are now habits, right? They weren't habits before. They weren't part of my life. I had to improve portions of my life to make time for this, right? I had to find a way to start waking up earlier so I can meditate. I had to find time to wake up earlier so I could run. I had to find time to read every day so I can develop my mind. And this everyone's got the same 24 hours, right? Before, I was busy, I was so stressed, I was working all the time. So how did I find this time, right? And by the way, I was still working when I started this journey. It didn't just all of a sudden manifest itself like bam, all of a sudden you've got all this free time, all of a sudden you've got a whole morning available. No, it wasn't that at all. It took incremental steps every day to make improvement, right? And that's where the innovative lifestyle is, right? It is a compounding effect of multiple continual improvement opportunities, right? Multiple new approaches, new processes that change your life and change everything that you do to make your life and move you to the life that you have always dreamed of and desired to have, right? Guess what? It's possible. Anything is possible. I am speaking truth of it. I'm living proof of it. I jump out of bed every morning. I jump out of bed at 4:30 every morning because I'm excited about what I have to do, right? What I get to do. I get to meditate. I get to run. I get to exercise. I get to work and doing stuff that I enjoy. I don't hate it. I don't blow up at my kids like I used to at all, right? And oh, by the way, that's what I also get to do is I get to spend an abundant amount of time with my family and my kids, and all of this is possible. I share this with you. I share the origin story with you because this is possible for you. There is nothing that I guarantee you that you don't do in your day-to-day work life that you can't adapt to your personal life. All right. I mean, you're being paid. If you're working a 9-to-5 job, you're being paid to improve that person's bottom line, whether it's sales, whether it's operations, whatever it is. And I guarantee you that if you were to find an extra hour a day for your employer to have you do something else or do more every day, that you would be rewarded for it, right? But let me tell you, if you found an extra hour a day in your personal life, I guarantee you that reward is a lot more than minimum wage or even $100 an hour that any employer would pay you, right? And if so, if you really want to change your life, and it's possible, right? Take the practices that we're going to talk about through here, continue improvement, assessing what you do every day, measuring what you do, right? You can't manage what you don't measure. So, different things to standardize on, different lifestyle hacks, right? What can you change? What can you stack, right? How can you build stuff? Everyone's got the same 24 hours, right? So how do we improve those 24 hours, right? How do we live life to the fullest? Right. And you don't just jam more time into 24 hours. No. You find the time by improving what you do already and gaining that time and live the innovative lifestyle. Right. And again, the innovative lifestyle is a lifestyle that you choose, that you create, that you design to be the best possible life out there. Right. So I thank you for listening. I look forward to talking a lot more in the future about different opportunities. If you liked anything that you heard today, or if you're curious about what more we have to do, please subscribe and like us. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram. Subscribe on YouTube. Whatever means that you found us. I pray that you follow us. Encourage you to follow us. Follow along learned something, and hopefully, and share your stories with me also. So I appreciate it. Have a wonderful day. Go create something wonderful and live the innovative lifestyle.